afternoon, students, and welcome to today's session about the business analytics, in which we will see about the today's lecture number 29, that is decision strategies with outcome probabilities and the value of information. Earlier lecture we have seen about the decision strategies without outcome probabilities, where we have seen the optimistic approach, pessimistic approach, and opportunity loss approach. Now we'll see decision strategies with outcome probabilities. There are two strategies in it, that is which is shown in the outline of today's lecture, that is average payoff strategy, and second is expected value strategy. Average payoff strategy, where payoff will be calculated according to average value taken for it. What is the payoff? Payoff is in terms of, can be in the terms of cost, time, distance, that is called payoff. After that we will see about the value of information in detail. So average payoff strategy, for any decision the expected value is summation of all the payoffs. So if we have to take any decision in the system for the business analytics, then the expected value is the summation of all the payoff value. That is, payoff can be in the terms of cost, in the terms of profit, time or distance, etc. That can be multiplied by their probabilities. So which can multiply there with probability value in the payoff table over the outcomes. Outcomes mean result. So that is the definition of average payoff strategy. The simplest case is to assume that each outcome is equally to occur. So in simple way we can say every outcome will occur and it has the some type of probability. The probability value of each outcome will be 1 by n, and where n is the number of possible outcomes. So this strategy is called average payoff strategy. So there will be one type of table where decisions will be there, different decision alternative will be there, and payoff value will be there for each decision alternative. We have to take the minimum payoff value for that in the table, and we have to calculate the average payoff value for each decision. Now we will see the expected value strategy. What is expected value strategy and what is the example, how we can calculate expected value strategy in detail. So if the probability information regarding the state of nature is available, so probability information is in the state of nature is available, one may use the expected value approach. So if information is regarding available for the data and state of nature is available, we know what is the state of nature, that is future events, then we can calculate the expected value for that system. So expected value strategy will be followed. Here the expected return for each decision is calculated by so here we will take the expected return, what are the expected return for each decision, and we will calculate using the product of payoff. We will multiply that into the payoff table under each state of nature. State of nature will be changed and the probability of respective state of nature occurring, and it will see the result, what is the state of nature, how it can be occurring in the system, that will be see in that expected value strategy. This strategy is called expected value strategy. So we have to take the final decision or decision which may be get the best expected value, from that will be chosen. So here there is a one payoff table where different decision alternatives there, decision 1, decision 2 and decision 3, and each have the expected value is calculated for each decision, which will give us the best solution which have the highest expected value. So that decision will be taken in the business analytics. So now we see for expected value of a decision alternative, how we can calculate expected value for each decision alternative. The expected value of decision alternative is the sum of weighted payoffs. So it is the example that it is a summation of all weighted payoffs for the decision alternative. The expected value EV, that is short form of expected value is EV for decision alternative, is defined as a formula by defining the formula EV DI is equal to summation I equal to 1 to n PSJ PIJ, where n is the number of state of nature. What is n is the number of how many states of nature are there, that is the capital N, means how many future events are occurring. PSJ, that is probability of state of nature. What is the probability of state of nature? Sj. And Bij, that is the payoff corresponding to decision alternative. What is the value of Bij? The payoff value for the decision alternative, and the state of nature Sj. So this is the formula for calculating the expected value for each decision alternative, and we have to, after calculating, we have to find the best decision alternative with the expected value will be taken. Now we will see the example of expected value for decision alternative. Example is Burger Prince. So Burger Prince is a one company restaurant. Burger Prince restaurant is considering the opening a new restaurant. So it is a one restaurant, and considering it will open the new restaurant on the main road. It has three different models. In Burger Prince there are three different models are there, each with a different seating capacity. Each model have different capacity. So there are three models. One, suppose one has the 80% capacity, second has 100, and third is 120. Burger Prince estimate that the average number of customer per hour will be 80, 100 and 120. So we have to calculate the expected value for each customer. So we will take the payoff table. We will make the one payoff table. Payoff table is a combination of rows and column, where rows give the decision and column give the its payoff value. Average number of customers per hour, S1 is 80, S2 is 100 and S3 is 120. For model A, B, C, for model 1, A has $10,000, for 80, 100 has $15,000 and 120 is $14,000. For model B, $8,000, S1 that is 80, for S2 100 that is $18,000, and for S3 that is $12,000. In model C, S1 80 that has $6,000, S2 that is $16,000, and S3 that is $21,000. So we have make one table. Now will we calculate, after making the table we will draw the decision tree for that model. So we will create the decision tree for Burger Prince model. So in Burger Prince model there are three alternatives, D1, D2 and D3. Three decisions will be taken. For D1, S1, S2 and S3 value, that is 4, 0.4, 0.2 and 0.4, that is probability value. For D2 decision, probability value is 0.4, 0.2 and 0.4. For D3 again 0.4, 0.2 and 0.4. Payoff values are 10,000, 15,000, 14,000, 8,000, 18,000, 12,000, 6,000, 16,000 and 21,000. So we have drawn the decision from the payoff table. We have created decision tree for the Burger Prince model for calculating the expected value for each decision alternatives. Now we will calculate expected value for each decision. Model A, D1 is calculated by expected value EMV is equal to 0.4 into 10,000 plus 0.2 into 15,000 plus 0.4 into 14,000. That will be get the $12,600. For model B, D2, EMV is equal to 0.4 into 8,000 plus 0.2 into 18,000 plus 0.4 into 2,000. That is $11,600. For model C, D3 decision, EMV is equal to 0.4 into 6,000 plus 0.2 into 16,000 plus 0.4 into 21,000. That is $14,000. So highest maximum expected value for model C is chosen because it has the highest expected value for that decision in the decision tree, and it is giving the answer, that is $14,000 for the Burger Prince model. So model C will be selected for Burger Prince model for the expected value. So this is the example how we can calculate the expected value for the Burger Prince model. Next topic is about the value of information. The value of information represents the improvement in the expected return. So what is the value of information? Means we will improve the what are the expected returns from that, and how we can achieve it in decision making that can be required. So value of information is most important role in decision analysis, and that can be expected value can be written from that. The expected value of perfect information, that is EVPI, is the expected value with perfect information. Expected value for perfect information assume at no cost, that is no cost is available for the perfect information minus the expected value of without any information. So this is the formula for calculating EVPI, that is expected value for perfect information is the expected value with perfect information minus the expected value without any information. The expected opportunity loss, that is also known as opportunity loss strategy, is also known as minimax regret strategy. We present the average additional amount of decision maker. So we can add decision makers additional for that to achieve by making the right decision. So we have to take the right decision or the wrong one. We have to check whether we are taking the right decision or wrong one for calculating the expected value information. Decisions with sample information. How we can take different decisions with sample information. Sample information is the result of conducting some type of experiment such as market research study. So for sample information, we have to conduct some type of experiment in market research. We have to calculate literature. We have to done the literature survey of the market, which is how market is going on for the business analysis, and we have to apply some sample information. After that, we have to take some decision on it. Sample information is always imperfect. So sample information will not give the perfect result, but they are imperfect. Sample of information comes at cost. So we have to put the some type of cost, that is price effect, and then we can get the sample information for any type of business project. The expected value of sample information, EBSI, expected value, that is EBSI stand for expected value of sample information, is the expected value with sample information. So it is the formula for calculating EBSI is equal to expected value of with sample information minus the expected value without sample information. That is how we can calculate EBSI for sample information, and after that we will take different types of decisions for business analytics. Next is Bayesian rule. So Bayes rule is most important rule, that is comes in the probability distribution. In probability theory and statistics, Bayes theorem describes the probability of any event. So it is describing probability of any event based on the some conditions. Bayesian theorem is given by the scientist Bayesian that might be related to event P, that is probability of A by B is equal to probability of B by A into probability of A divided by probability of B. That is the formula how we can calculate in the Bayesian rule. So Bayes theorem is one type of method revisiting a probability. It is one type of method probability, and given that additional information is obtained, we can obtain additional information for the two events. There are two events occurring on that A and B. So probability of A and B is equal to probability of B by A into probability of A divided by probability of B. That is the formula for calculating Bayes rule, where A and B are the events, two events are occurring. P and PB are the probability. We have to calculate probability value for each event A and B without of each other. P of A by B is a conditional probability. It is one type of conditional probability. The probability of observing event A, how many times probability of event A is occurring with probability of B is true. P by A, that is the probability of observing event, how many times event B is occurring with the probability of A is true. So this is about value of information. This is our today's lecture. Thank you, student. Stay tuned for further lecture series. In next lecture we will see about decision tree in detail. After that, utility and decision making.